Every morning that I wake up, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, so beautiful. If you're catching this on the replay, hello. I'm waiting for a few people to come in. Actually, I went live about 2 minutes, I think 2 minutes earlier than 8:30. But if you're catching this, just stay with me. We are waiting for a few more people to come on before we get started. But I hope you had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I hope you had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. And while I'm waiting for other people to come in, I'm going to go grab me some more coffee. I wish I had some music for you all to listen to, but I don't. So you two people that are on here now, just entertain yourself, talk to each other, whatever. But I'm going to get me another, okay? Good morning. Good morning. Have we got more people to come in? Yes. Good morning. Listen, have you all ever wondered? Good morning. I've thank you all for tuning in this morning. But look, oftentimes for a long, long time, I would sit and wonder, be like, "Good morning, Kennedy." I would often wonder, like, what is my purpose? What is my reason for being here? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, God, what is my calling? But we are all chosen for something. And I always knew I had a purpose for something, but I never knew what it was. And when I come to find out is when I started to put things in order, started to, a lot of times we don't think how we keep our house clean or the relationships we have. We don't think that hinders us from really finding out what our true purpose or calling is. Like I always say, listen, declutter, clean up your relationship, clean up your house, clean up everything. And that way, once you start to get everything lined up in order, things will start flowing. Let's get started this morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm so glad that I know what my purpose is in life now. You know what I mean? Because you have to put things in order. And when you put things in order is really about alignment. It's about alignment, right? When your life is in order, peace follows. So what did I start doing? I started, for once, I started looking at how I kept my house. Now, I'm not a messy person, but if things are out of place, then it's out of order, right? So let me start putting things in place and in order, and I start to feel better. And then in relationships, listen, if this is not bringing me peace, I got to let it go. I got to let it go. And once I started doing things like that, looking at how I kept my bedroom, looking at how the relationships that I had, I started cleaning up. And once I started cleaning up and then putting myself in a place to where I was at peace, I could start seeing, okay, what my purpose is in life, what I'm really here for. You know, instead of looking for it through somebody else, like, you know, what do you think my purpose is? Because I don't know if you all have asked anybody else, but I've asked people. I know I'm chosen for something, but I don't know what. I don't know what. But first I had to do some spring cleaning. And you yourself got to do some cleaning up. Prioritize. Write down what truly matters. Faith, health, family, business, and business growth. Remove toxic habits, remove toxic people, remove distractions. Once you remove all of that, then you know. Let me tell you something. God will speak to you. He'll put it in your spirit what your purpose is, and you'll start to feel it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Another thing that I did was in my morning times, I would get up, set a schedule. See, once you set a schedule for yourself, you're holding yourself accountable. Getting up early in the morning, and I would meditate, pray. When you do that, purpose will reveal itself. God will reveal itself to you in doing that. Stay sensitive to his direction. And listen, I went to the prophetic conference this past weekend, and one of the things the prophet said is the people in Israel ears was not circumcised, meaning they wasn't trying to hear from God. They let everything else get in the way, and they was not trying to hear from God. So let me tell you something. I said, Lord, you know, the other week I was saying, clear out my ears, clutter out so I can hear, so that I can hear. And you have to put yourself in a place to where you can hear, remove all distractions. And what that looked like for me, what it looked like for me is getting up in the morning time, sitting in complete silence. Good morning, how are you? Hold on, guys. So good to see you.
Good to see you. Hey guys, how y'all doing this morning? All y'all in the building.
Have a great day. So yeah, and he was saying how the people from Israel, their ears was not circumcised. So therefore they had to have a prophet to come in so they could hear what God was saying. And one of the things he said, they had to circumcise their ears. It means open them up so they could hear what thus saith the Lord. Listen, if you have a lot of chaos in your life, if you're in a lot of toxic relationship, it's hard for you to hear what God is trying to tell you. And sometimes you have to sit in silence. A lot of times when we go and pray, we think it's always about talking. No, it's not always about talking. Sometimes go somewhere and sit down and just be quiet and just listen. Just listen to what he have to tell you, because he chose you before and while you was in your mother's womb. He knew what your purpose was gonna be. You just gotta know what it is. And in knowing what it is, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Give me some hearts if you can hear me, because I don't know. Give me some hearts if you can hear me. Kennedy, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Give me some hearts if you can hear me. I don't want to keep talking if you can't hear me. I'm going to see if I can pull this up so I can see. Give me some hearts if you can hear me. Let me see. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, yes. Okay. So oftentimes, you know, we find ourselves in the midst of a lot of chaos, not knowing what our true purpose is. But purpose is not found in chasing everything. It's found in walking faithfully in what God created you to do. And what is that? Get yourself somewhere and sit down. declutter your house, clean your house. I don't think people don't think that matters. It does matter, because how your house is on the inside and the outside reflects on the person, how you are and what you're thinking. If it's a bunch of clutter there, it's a sign of depression. If it's darkness, it's a sign of depression. Clean up. Get this mess out of here. Clean it up. Let the sunlight in. Oh, and as I was saying a few minutes ago, when we go and pray and ask God, we're seeking seeking answers from God to find out what our purpose is in life. What did he choose us to do? When we go in prayer, oftentimes we think it's about talking, and it's not all about talking. Sometimes you got to sit down and be quiet. Ask the Holy Spirit to lead you and speak to you, and it'll come to you in a soft, still voice. Once you find out what your purpose is, you hold yourself accountable. Accountability keeps you consistent. So for me, what it looks like for me is continue to show up, because it's not about me. It's not about how I feel. It's not about you. Well, you know what? I don't even think a lot of people are going to show up on the live today. I don't even think people are going to watch my video. It ain't about that, because if I touch one person, I've done my job. I've done my job. Good morning, Pascal. I've done my job. It's about showing up, because your purpose, what your purpose is in life, it ain't for you. It's about calling people to Christ through whatever means it is. Your purpose in life, your call in life may be a caregiver, may be there to assist in caring for the elderly people and to talk to them and to encourage them. I had a friend once, she told me she believed her purpose in life was to help people transition over to the other side. Everybody has a call on their life. I believe mine is to speak to people, to share what I've been through all the tests and trials that I've been through and made it through, to encourage and uplift and inspire and ignite a fire in you to say, listen, let me try this man she keep talking about that keeps showing up for her. And it's not about being perfect, because God knows I'm far from perfect. God knows I'm far from perfect. I'm far from being a great storyteller. I'm far from all those things. But it's about showing up faithfully. God says, when you put your hands out there to do a work, I will perfect. I will. He said, I don't call the qualified. I qualify the call. If you chosen, you don't need no permission from anybody. You don't need validation from anybody. If God put it in your spirit to do something, that's all the validation you need. Well, you said, well, I'm not really that educated. Well, Moses couldn't talk. He had a stammering in his voice. He stammered when he talked. God said, listen, you don't worry about all of that. You go and I'll speak for you. Open up your mouth and I'll speak for you. Moses said, Lord, if I go, tell me what to say. He said, I will. So the same goes for you. A lot of times we look for validation through people. And I had this conversation with somebody last week. We look for validation through other people. And validation don't come from nobody but the man upstairs. I don't need you to say, well, yeah, I don't need that now. I don't need that, because I already know. God will establish the works of your hands. He will establish the work of my hands. Hello, somebody. God knew that when he called you, when he put this purpose in you, he knew that at the beginning what it was going to look like. Good morning, Justin. He knew, but he said, listen, I need you to be faithful. I need you to be faithful where you are. Keep showing up. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to perfect everything that you're doing. Stay humble, stay consistent, and stay faithful. He says, be faithful with a few things, right? And like I said, order is all about alignment. When your life is in order, peace follows. Your purpose is not found in chasing everything. It's found walking faithfully in what God created you to do. And once you figure that out, you hold yourself accountable. You need to connect with people. Iron sharpens iron. Connect with people that's going to help you sharpen your gifts. Sharpen whatever it is your purpose is. I don't know what your purpose is. I don't know what your purpose is. But do know this. When you bring order into your life, your purpose becomes clearer. It becomes clearer. When you walk in accountability, you can stay aligned with your purpose. Now that's how you walk that walk and talk that talk. Every single day. And to be very transparent with you guys, a lot of days I show up, I'm like, you know what, I ain't feeling it today. I don't even know which way I'm going with this. But I show up anyway. Because one thing I learned this past weekend, what the prophet said, he said, you need to, the Holy Spirit that we have that's inside of us, it's more than just speaking in tongues. I said, come on now. It's more than speaking in tongues. It's to lead you and to guide you. It helps you to speak. It helps you to let you know when to be quiet, when to speak up. It'll unction you to move in the right direction. Hello, somebody. So know that, listen, if you don't do nothing else today, you want to find what your purpose is. First of all, what you need to do, get yourself together to where you can declutter what's in your life. What do I mean by that? If you're in a toxic relationship, get out of it. If your house is not clean, you can't even think in a messy room. Clean up. Get rid of the clutter. If relationship, friendships, if you're in situationship, clean up your act. Clean up your act. Get somewhere and sit still. And said, okay, God, reveal to me what my purpose is. What do you like to do? What do you do? What do you find yourself doing that comes so easy, so natural to you? 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, that's where your calling is. Ask me how I know. Whatever you find easy to do, whatever you find that you really love doing, your passion, 10 times out of 10, that's your calling. And you may not be perfect in it. You may just love doing it, you know? But God says, whatever you find your hands doing, I will perfect that. Good morning, Tom. Tom says, Pascal said, let me get Pascal. The Holy Spirit is speaking the truth through you, Veronica. To God be the glory. Tom said, you just bring back a flashback of Big Mama. You know those real big mamas that tell you to go do something with yourself or find something. All right. Now, I'm drinking coffee. That's my morning elixir every morning, coffee. So listen, when your life has order, you can clearly see purpose. When you live with accountability, you stay on track with that purpose. Okay, I think I just said that. I think I put it in the community tab. What do you think your call is? What do you think your call on your life is? Drop it in the comments. Put it in the comments. I'm walking in my purpose. I'm walking in my calling. Whatever that looks like. No, I'm not perfect. No, I have not got perfected in whatever my calling is, but I'm still going to walk in it. Drop that in the box. So that's my time for this morning, guys. Listen, you all have an amazing rest of your day. I appreciate you. And listen, hit that like button, and right beside the like button is that hype button. If you all want to help me with my channel, hype me up. It's a new thing YouTube has to where you all could help propel my channel to the next level. You have a great day. And it's by hitting that hype button. So once you hit the like button, then you go over and hit the hype button. I appreciate you guys. Help me get on through the algorithm, because there's a lot of people out there that need to hear what the Lord has put in my heart to speak. Ginger Toomey. Okay. Tom, hit the like button and hit the hype button. It's to the right of that. I appreciate you guys this morning. You all have a great rest of your day. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. Turn on your notification bell and hit that hype button. Hype me up. Come on, hype me up. I appreciate you all. Have a great